Hello, everybody. My name's Billy the Fridge. Today, I'm going to have some questions. I'll be looking for some answers. I'm sure you'll have questions too. And that's okay. But first, a song.
This goes out to all the people working day jobs who would quit if it didn't mean the pay stops. I just want to play until my brain rots. Don't know no other way, so I take shots. Yeah, I take shots. I can drink a Hennessy half-gallon. Some call it a problem, I call it a talent. You gotta balance, living that kind of life, being that kind of guy, working a 9 to 5. A life of leisure, a believer, calling sick today. Hey, who's sick? I gotta suck to get a Chick-fil-A. That's gay. No, really though, it's time to stop. When it comes to girls, I'm a bowl in a vagina shop. A fine line to walk, do you think it's funny? Bear with me, bitch, better have my honey. Cracking brewskis with the broskies, we ain't lonely. 4 a.m., we up drunk cooking macaroni. Frying bologna, drinking out a bag of wine. Shit is Wednesday, I gotta get to work on time. I go and drunk, be all like, fuck the boss. I'm something like Rick Ross with extra sauce. Call it what you wanna call it. I'm a fucking workaholic. Okay, come up out your pocket. Put that money in my wallet. Call it what you wanna call it. I'm a fucking workaholic. It's Friday, I'm more excited than Rebecca Black. That's my fun day, cause Mondays are hecka whack. Hear the record scratch, pizza party, cowabunga. Overtime's a waste of time, we ain't getting any younger. We ain't getting any drunker, we hit a plateau. Chasing chubby chicks, I'm a dry hump, a fat roll. Man, that's so, fuck it, smash bitches. We ain't gotta work today, it's half Christmas. Put some hash in it, wanna smoke a bowl? We got recall cans up for local, bro. Kick it with the juggalos, I'm half slizzard. Call up Wally Wigger, whiling with the rap wizards. No scissors, punk rock don't cut curls. Roll like big fat, kick back and grub churros. We love girls, settle for a few slut holes. It's a work night, dude, loose buttholes. Call it what you wanna call it. I'm a fucking workaholic. Okay, come up out your pocket. Put that money in my wallet. Call it what you wanna call it. I'm a fucking workaholic. Some days you just got to get loose. Sit on top of the roof, crack a couple of brews, and let things go. Oh, 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 yo, yo, oh, 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 oh. Some days you just got to get loose. Sit on top of the roof, crack a couple of brews, and let things go. Out to all the people working day jobs who would quit if it didn't mean the pay stops. I just wanna play until my brain rots. Don't know no other way, so I take shots. So I take shots. Yeah, I take shots. Wanna take shots? Call it what you wanna call it. I'm a fucking workaholic.
Oh, hi. Ice Cream Man wouldn't take my credit card. It was a horrible, horrible experience, but it's okay. It's all right. How's everybody doing tonight? I got a Chipotle bowl. Chipotle has cauliflower rice now, so I have to take advantage of that. Before the world ends. Have you guys seen all the stuff that's going down right now? The world might be doing an end right now. Can I make content like McJuggernuggets, but this time I make more authentic? Are you going to do it, Commander? What do you mean more authentic? Are you going to actually go out and kidnap people? What's up, Coldism? How you doing? That was the bootleg ice cream truck. I missed, in here we used to have Popsicle Joe. And it was like a tiny little Jeep, and it said Joe on the side in orange letters. And when Joe came, dude, it was it. All the kids would run out barefoot, whatever you were wearing, it didn't matter. You were going to get a popsicle Joe. The world is doing a trouble. I saw the Million MAGA March. And that's not what this one is, though, right? What is this one? Is it the Party Crashers? I watched very few clips of everything. I saw some guy with he was from the Fraternal Order of the Water Buffalo, and he also looked like he had body paint on, and he was standing in the middle of was it the Senate floor? Was it the Senate floor? Is that where he was? Was it Congress? What was that? Gentleman looked like he was a damn like a super tailgater. Have a nice one, chimp. But it's getting pretty spicy. Everybody was like 2020 was a crazy year. We're 6 days in. Kanye West might be having a relationship with Jeffree Star. Did you guys hear about that? It's a cute boy sriracha shirt. It's for cute boys. That's why I have one. They did a riot this morning. Like Kim and Kanye were getting a divorce. Dr. Dre had an aneurysm yesterday, but he's doing okay. Snoop Dogg went and did a top rope splash in a wrestling ring. Snoop Dogg's wrestling. He won a wrestling match tonight. Fuck Kanye. I think that's what Jeffree Star was doing. Why did Sam Hyde overtake the Capitol today? Because nobody else was. See, I don't know if the Kanye Jeffree thing is 100% confirmed, but I have inside information. I don't know if it went public or not. Jeffree Star does have a house in Wyoming, right? He does have a place in Wyoming next to Kanye. And I do believe they lived in the same area in LA too. Yeah. Corsets and curls. If you get a vaccine, if you got the vaccine and the world ends after you get the vaccine, that's totally not fair. That's not fair. We spent all this time devising a vaccine and then the Royal Order of the Water Buffaloes come in and tailgate at the fucking Capitol building. Zap Rosedower, any ideas for a new album? I have a couple of ideas for a new album. I've been working on some songs for like a regular studio project. It's probably going to take longer than I would like for it to come out. I would say closer to the end of this year instead of the beginning. But I also want to do an album where I travel from city to city. I'll drive and like do vlogging and do live streaming and put together like little episodic travel videos, capping off with like how I'm while I'm making the song in each city, and then have like a 12 city album of like a road trip album. I think that would be so fun, going to different cities and working with different people that I know and respect in the music industry. I think that would be a really, really good trip. What's up, Slay Mia? How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good. I got a Chipotle bowl with a cauliflower, cilantro, lime rice, so my life is good. I think it would be dope, Coldism. I really do. I would be Boogie's bodyguard, dude. I almost, when that Frank Hassel stuff was going down, I was like, do you think he's going to come back? Because I will go down there and camp out on your lawn. Like, if it wasn't for COVID, I would like just go down there anyways. But if you really think he's coming back, let's do some gangster shit, Boog. Is it true that I own CP? Lizard King. There's something terribly wrong with you. Why would you ask some dumb shit like that? Of course I got cheese pizza. Actually, I don't have any left. Cody, how you doing, brother? I miss you, Cody. I would love to do cities in Canada if they open up the border. That would be awesome. I'd love to do like Vancouver and Toronto. But at least Vancouver and Toronto, I got people in both cities I could work with. What's up, Tamara? How you doing? I don't know if they're going to open up the border yet, though. Oh, you want to play some Among Us? Dude, get in the Discord with us. We are always playing Among Us all the time, all day, every day. I'm doing well, Jareth. Good to see you. Pizza isn't keto unless it's got a cauliflower crust. Duh. That's why I'm eating cauliflower rice from Chipotle. Look, there's cauliflower in there. It's healthy for you. It's the best food ever. Do it. It'd be fun. I used to go to Canada all the time. I used to drive up 4 or 5 times a month. I have my wrestling buddies up there. We do little wrestling shows and do wrestling training and go out to eat. It was so. I'd come home like after a weekend of wrestling and I'd be covered from head to toe with bruises. But Canada let you do codeine over the counter, so I would just buy bottles and bottles of codeine. I was like, who cares if I'm broken? Your boy's got pills. Hugs. I'll give socially distant hugs. And by socially distant hugs, I mean everybody else stays the hell away from us. Because there's no way we get sick, right? Like, that's not in this story. People we know don't get sick. Dude, my roommates, they got COVID and it wasn't like dilapidating. It wasn't like on a ventilator COVID. So they're all like, dude, we've got COVID. We're fine. And I'm like, don't give it to me, guys. I'm a very thick boy. I don't want to do or die. I mean, I ain't sus. I'm pretty cool. I wouldn't mind going to Calgary. Calgary looks actually like Calgary's fun. They got that lean in Canada. I don't know if they have lean. It's just like codeine pills. Like it's like aspirin with codeine in it. But man, when you beat yourself up wrestling around with a bunch of thick boys, you need that. You going for that collab, that Billy collab? I'm not sus, dude. Can I get you some codeine? Let's go to Canada. I'm eating Chipotle cauliflower rice bowl. I had one yesterday and it was really good. So I was like, man, I'm getting that for dinner again. But this one's super wet. This Chipotle that I go to, every time I go here, and I try not to go here too often because I always remember this one. Like, I don't know what they do with their salsa, but it's wet. Like, they add water to it or something. Calgary was like Vegas. Huh. Codeine turns you into that one scene in The Exorcist. That's not good. Does your head spin? You say, your mother sucks. I don't even want to say it, dude. I'm a sweet boy now. Your back is killing you. See, this is what we need. We need, like, a drug that you can give somebody and it doesn't ruin their life. Is it too much to ask? Why isn't there one drug you can give somebody that doesn't ruin their life? It just makes them feel good. Where is that? Where's that at, dude? You have an opinion on the pro-Trump protests in Japan? They're pro-Trump? What are they saying in Japan that's pro-Trump? I don't even know they were doing that. Now I'm here. You got to refresh, Jarrett. That's no good. I'm sorry you were blank screen. That's no good. What's my biggest fear? Well, tonight Snoop Dogg was in a pro wrestling match. He was trending on Twitter. If you see him, he like jumped off the top rope, gave somebody a body splash. My biggest fear is that I end up like hanging out with Snoop Dogg and I have to smoke weed with Snoop Dogg because it's Snoop Dogg, right? And I get too high and I embarrass myself. I'm not very good at like getting high. Like I can do certain things just fine. I'm a great drunk. I'm a lovely like a pill. Like if I pop a couple pills, I'm chill on a pill. I'm Pilly the Fridge, man. Very chill. But if I smoke too much weed, I'm dead to the world. And I would hate to be smoking weed with Snoop Dogg and I just embarrass myself. I do think like there's other fears that like there are those unspeakable fears. Something terrible happening to someone you love. But those aren't like realistic or beneficial to keep in your headspace. And in something like that, I know for a fact that I'm going to do everything I can to make things right. Right? And I'm very confident in myself that I would do everything in my power to make things right. But if I was smoking weed with Snoop Dogg and I got too high, I know how I am when I'm too high. It's embarrassing. See you, dude, bro. Yeah, the Capitol Hill protests were Trump supporters because looks like the Dems are taking the House. I don't even get paranoid when I'm high. I get like to the point where I can't focus on anything. I don't really talk. I get really quiet. And I just kind of wait for it to be over. It sucks. I hate it. I hate it. I don't think you could be the next the next McJuggernuggets by buying a cheap PS4 and having your dad shoot it with a shotgun. One, that was big 10 years ago. Two, a PS4 is not a PS5. Like, you got to get a PS5, dude. You got to shoot a PS5. What's up, Sethy Rollins? Welcome back, Thomas. What's up, Kuman in your asshole? How you doing? I got drunk on New Year's Eve. I got really tilted, and then I went and I was on my podcast. I do Drunken Peasants, and I got pretty drunk on the show. And then afterwards, I drank until like 7 or 8 a.m. that day. No, I think I stopped drinking around 4, but everybody was drinking all night long in my house. The cool thing about my house is like my household, we're all cool drinkers. So we stay up playing cards and drinking like psychos. So it's like I have my own little party, even though it's COVID. Thanks, Professor Smoke. We tried. You have to chew more when you're eating vegetables? Is that true? Let's open some magic packs. Dude, I open all my magic packs. I don't have any. I don't do weed and drink at the same time because if I'm drinking, I already feel pretty good, you know? I'm chill. I don't need to add that extra element to it. My hair care routine. I wash my hair. I rinse my hair with water every day. Every other day I'll do shampoo. Or every other day I'll do shampoo. I rinse with water every day. Next day I'll do shampoo. Next day I'll rinse with water. Next day I'll do conditioner. Next day I'll rinse with water. Next day I'll do shampoo. I don't over add too much stuff to my hair, but I always rinse it hella all the way through and deep rinse with water all the time. Am I taking the vaccine? I would love to. Do I wear masks? Yeah, I wear masks. I don't mind masks though. Everybody who thinks they're a problem, I don't get it. I just don't get why. I feel like the only reason you don't wear a mask is because you're a bit of an asshole. Even if the masks don't do anything, the fact that people think masks do something, then you're being considerate of people around you. It's so simple. It's so simple. Just to put a little thing over your face. I don't have to see your stupid ass face. Man, I love masks. The Devil Burning says, what up, Billy? First time I came across you, I think I found you on some random Martin Shkreli live stream on some weird stream service. I can't remember. Happy New Year, man. That was probably Blab. Thank you. Happy New Year, Devil. Copium found. We're trying, man. What's up, Goose Juice? Put anti-maskers in prison? No, just stay the hell away from anti-maskers. They're obviously assholes. If someone with a mask gets up in my face, I'm gonna be like, dude, back up, get away. 6 feet, dude, 6 feet, 6 feet. 6 feet, 6 feet. They come within 6 feet. After I back up a couple times, I'm just gonna beat the hell out of them. In Minecraft. Nobody wears a mask where I'm from, and if anyone does, they act like you're dumb or slow or something. Yeah, when I was in Wyoming, I swear I was the only person with a mask. There were a few people that had bandanas around their neck. And I thought maybe they would put the bandanas on when they went in stores. But they all might just be wearing bandanas around their neck anyways, as Wyoming is a rodeo town. I was right outside of Kanye West's house. Yeah, I miss Shkreli too. I hope he gets out soon. You did Stranger Things drive through and they make you wear masks in your car with your windows up? That's ridiculous. Why do they do that? What's up, Dylan? What, if you're in your car with your windows up, you don't need a mask. Isn't that what the glass is? What's up, tied up, raped, helpless Barbie doll? How you doing? You don't think of rodeo when you think Wyoming, you think corn? When I think corn, I think Ohio. Is there a lot of corn in Wyoming? I feel like Wyoming's not a good area to grow corn. I'm not the lotion, man. Kanye West owns Review Tech's house. Is that true? That's hilarious. What's up, Kimberly? Hey! Masks also help with social anxiety, introversion, etc. The equivalence of wearing a hood in public. Yeah, I love wearing hoods in public too. I love all that stuff. I when I have a mask up and my hood on. It's good. It's good game, dude. What's up, ATT? What's up, Tarif? Beatbox, boom, boom, cow. Nebraska is definitely a corn state. What's up, Shallow Shed? What's my favorite Mexicano imported beer? I don't even know. Like, I don't like what's imported. Pacifico is good. Is that imported? Does that count? I like Modelo. I don't think that's imported though, is it? I don't know. I don't know what the difference is. Where's my new music video? Oh no. Oh no. Not to be too blunt, but I hope that Leafy knows I'ma smoke his ass like the two blunts hanging out his nose, banging out this roast. These hits will never miss. I don't remember the lyrics, no. It's been so long since I've performed live. I'll probably have to remember all my lyrics all over again. Oh, 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 oh. Corona beer is good. Lame, what's up? I was not in the riots tonight. I don't even know if they're doing riots in Seattle. Like, I feel like pro-Trump protests in Seattle proper would go terribly. They were down in Olympia, which is the state capital, but that is hella far away. It's like a 2-hour drive. I don't need all that to go get in the face of people who cough. How many moldy McDonald's cups do I have in my house? I'm not sure. There might be one in the garage, to be honest. I don't know whose it is. I remember we had a pizza box in there from like a year ago when they had a party in the garage. Latchkey Goth Boy, thank you for the hiya. Blue says, what's up, fat ass? What's up, Blue? What's up, Lauren? How you doing? Do a pinwheels? No. Yeah, they like went up on the governor's mansion in Olympia. I saw a video clip of this red-haired dude, and he was just talking about hating on boomers. He had a gun. He was like LARPing as a badass. It made me uncomfortable because I'm like, without him doing and saying all this, I probably would still have like a natural dislike for this guy. He just looked like a smug prick. And then he opened his mouth and went above and beyond. How's your boy Snorlax doing? He's good. You got a little tickle. A little tickle. A little boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. The one lady that got shot died. That sucks. That's fucking terrible. This is not the type of thing that needs to be happening. Right now, we should be offering support and love to people because everything is so shook. There's so much fear, so much division. And we should be doing like the most we can to remind everybody that we're all human beings, whether we got a dumb fucking red hat on or a stupid fucking t-shirt telling you the police are bad. Or an even stupider fucking t-shirt that has a multi-million-dollar corporate logo on it. Multi-billion-dollar corporate logo on it. That you paid like a premium price to wear their fucking logo on your shirt to show them you're such a devoted fucking capitalistic simp. I'm like, what's a good word? What's a good word for that? You're a devoted little fucking money simp. What was the best present I ever got for Christmas? Ever? So my grandfather, his name's Bill. My name's Bill. When I was 7, my grandfather, I was at my grandparents' house opening presents, and they handed me a present that said Bill on it, and I opened it up, and it was a beautiful, beautiful, gigantic buck knife. And I was like, whoa, this is so cool. I pull it out and start to play with it, and they're like, wait. They're like, that's not for you. That's not for you. And it was for my grandpa. And I was like, oh, okay. I went and brought my grandpa his knife, and it was a really nice knife. And so in a way, I got to give my grandpa the same gift I enjoyed. It was really sweet. But for a couple seconds, I was a 7-year-old with a badass knife. It was cool as hell. Blaze, where you at in Canada? Stephen Colbert said, oh, the protests are going to calm down when Biden wins. Did he say that? It's horrible that people are dying in these protests. But like marching on the Capitol building, not that big of a deal. The big deal is when other protesters have marched on the same similar buildings and were met by like stacks of police force. And these, I don't know, privileged protesters were basically just like allowed in. But then also in Seattle, when they were protesting and they left the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone to the protesters, one of the congresswomen came in and gave them the keys to the office for the councilwoman or whatever. Gave the keys to the city office to the protesters. They could use like the bathroom and stuff, and they had free reign over it. And so I guess there is privilege for everybody, depending where you're at. Is Among Us gonna happen tonight? Possibly. We might go over to Twitch in a while, though. Like, we've only been live here for 34 minutes. But as a whole, like, the protesters are met differently, and that's kind of sick. Like, taking a dump on Nancy Pelosi's front porch, that is kind of funny. It's kind of a terrible form of protest. Vandalizing her house, not really cool. Leaving a pig head in front of her house, kind of shitty. But it's like, it's not the end of the world. It kind of is the end of the world when people start dying over protesting. That's that shit we shouldn't have. Who was shooting the shirt cannon? Pelosi said something along the lines of if they were smart and they really didn't want us counting these votes, they would have burned them when they had free reign. What? Really? Politicians work hard for us and shouldn't worry about making people mad. No. Politicians don't work hard for us. They work hard for the people who pay them to work hard for them. These fucking politicians are bought and paid for. Like, they don't have our best interest at heart. They don't. A little property damage is not good. I don't like it. But it's not the end of the world. Telling people to stay home, closing down their business, giving them no aid, no reasonable way to survive. Waiting for 9 months after your first act. The first CARES Act, $1,200 for everybody. 9 months later, $600 for everybody. There was certain things in the act that gave like unemployment bonuses, try to keep people afloat. They didn't work for everybody. Taco Bell is an essential business, but your mom and pop restaurant no longer is. These mom and pop restaurants go belly up. The property can't be, the rent can't be paid for the restaurant. They lose their business. The people who own the property can't pay for the property if they're not getting the rent to pay for the property. They lose their property. They all go broke. The corporations come in. They buy up the property. They replace they overtake the business that was absolved due to Corona. They overtake the business and then they get all their business because the only thing left in town is Taco Bell, TGI Fridays. And it's just more of a corporate stranglehold over the people. So I think it's okay to be upset right now. Like, over the last 9-10 months, the rich have gotten richer and the poor have gotten poorer at a level that makes the previous 10 years of the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer look like nothing. I am losing weight, Kyle. I'm trying to be a sweet boy. Mom and pop shops are overrated anyway. Eric, let me tell you why that's a problem. Local business keeps the money in local circulation. When an outside business comes in and takes over local business territory, that money doesn't make its way back into the community in the ways it did prior. If it happens once or twice, the local economy probably won't feel that much. When it happens 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%, it really starts to pinch the point where maybe 10% of businesses are really locally owned and operated by people in their community. And then that means the majority of the money that would go back into the community, back into the neighborhood and everything, all that good stuff, is now going into a corporate account. And these corporate people, like, they don't even care. They don't even care if their businesses make money, right? Amazon doesn't operate to make money. Google doesn't operate to make money. They operate as this efficient monster that generates profit margins for their investors. These are companies that destroy mom and pop, little shops, little businesses. They destroy little businesses that try and make a profit to feed the people around them. They try to make a profit to feed their community, to feed themselves, build themselves. And these companies like Amazon, Google, Walmart, they are trying to only raise their stock valuations. They don't care if they don't make money at the end of the year, as long as their stocks do. So they can operate in the red with the projected earnings, because the investors were like, well, this is how much they're taking in. Who cares if they're giving out this much? Because eventually they're going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and they're going to put all the competition out of play. And they're inevitably going to make money, and they're making money off the stocks. Their valuation goes up. They have whole cities in the U.S. who have gone up because Wally World pulled out. Yeah, it's strong-arming, though. Walmart comes in, shuts down all the local options. There goes all these jobs that were outside of Walmart. They kill the competition. They give everybody like the minimum amount they can, to the point where people at Walmart are on food stamps. They gut any chance of competition in those little towns. And when those towns are like, hey, we want more. Like, you've come in here and you've pillaged, you've conquered our town. We're at your mercy. We're going to put some operating taxes up. Walmart's like, nope, goodbye. And now these people are left without anything, because what they had was eaten up by the monster. I haven't talked to Martin Shkreli in too long. Money, money, money. You got barred from Walmart because your kid stole a pack of donuts when he was 10 months old? He stole a pack of donuts when he was 10 months old and they barred you from a Walmart? That's disgusting. When I was 10 months, I was stealing donuts only to get barred from Walmart, and they wouldn't do it because they knew my family bought so much groceries. Psych, my family wouldn't shop for groceries at Walmart. We went to our local grocer. They pay people just enough to keep them off food stamps because Walmart makes less money from food stamps. Does Walmart make less money from food stamps? I thought they paid people enough that they could get food stamps, and people were spending the food stamps back at Walmart. Nana's doing good, Lauren. Thank you for checking in. I went and saw her a few nights ago. I was going to try and go see her yesterday or today or the day before. I have been staying up way too late, waking up too late, and having business to take care of. I went and saw my mama tonight, brought my mama some groceries. Amazon is a huge failure. Amazon is highly successful, but I read an article about Amazon particularly Jeff Bezos and how Bezos is the richest man in the world. But he's valued at what he's valued at. And if he were to try and go liquid with his assets, he wouldn't be anywhere near as rich as Bill Gates is. The majority of Bezos's assets are in Amazon and the company. So for him to like liquidate those assets, it would be a highly impossible task. It would not, him accessing all that money he has, like would not be reasonably done. Whereas Bill Gates has put his money in so many different things over the years, he could liquidate multiple assets and multiple things and walk away with like leaps and bounds more cash money than the majority of these mega billionaires in his league. Monopoly is the name of the game. The 0.0001% are gods. Are they gods or are they vampires, right? You're thinking about buying out Amazon? What do you think? Do it. Get it. I don't think they're gods. I think they're vampires. The metaphor for vampires is they suck blood. They live forever. They feast on the public. That's really what like those 0.0001% do. And they have their baby vampires underneath them. They turn vampires underneath them. And these vampires are like in their bloodline, their lineage. And all the money, all the blood, the money cycles up to the top vampire. But like every vampire on the way is feeding off of it. The lifeline, the lifeblood, the blood force, all the monies. And then we're the little cattle sheep that just run around and get our little necks sucked on here and there. You wonder if Bill Gates needs another wife? Amazon stock is $3,138.38 a share. That's pretty good. They're really the deep state. Adrenochrome. I've done a kickflip McTwist in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, dude. I used to bust up some Pro Skater. It was tight. I think it was Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, though. Did they have the kickflip McTwist in that? I'm pretty sure I do that all the time. That's the same thing Vladimir Lenin said when he was creating the Soviet Union. What'd he say? Because I feel like I could create a better Soviet Union. I'm going to create the Sweet Union. Sweet Union. If you guys want to join the Sweet Union. How many of you want to take your $600 you got from the government? All right, here's the deal. The Democrats control the House, the Congress, and the presidency, right? They're probably going to give everybody a bigger social package. When they get this, do you guys want to all pool your monies together and we'll buy like a compound somewhere? I'm getting a bit of a allergy in my nose. Like I want to sneeze. We can start a compound somewhere, a Sweet Union, pool all the money together. Pool all our, like if we all get $2,000 or whatever, we'll pool it all together and we can live on a farm and we could raise our own cauliflower Chipotle rice. How's my manager doing? That's who you're talking about. I think you're talking about. He's doing really well. You already spent on the PS5, man. On e-girls, dude, don't you understand? If we start a compound, the e-girls will come live with us. Like, invest in ourselves, man. You know how easy it would be to have a compound, and we would be able to like manipulate our assets to benefit the whole. We'd live like kangs. The e-girls would all come live with us. All the sweet boys would live there, and I swore on everything. You better be a sweet boy. If you pull some dumb shit, we're gonna let you stay, but we're gonna like put you in an outhouse or something. We're gonna put you in the doghouse if you pull some shit. Obviously, if you pull some egregious shit, some unforgivable shit, we're gonna deal with you in other ways. But if you're just like a little creepo or something, is it a sex cult? It's a cult that engages in healthy amounts of sex. I wouldn't call it a sex cult. Sex cult. Nick, thank you for the I love you, sexy sweet boy. Cult is a strong word because we are a strong group. Let's call it a cult. I don't care. Like what's wrong with cults? Nothing is wrong with cults. Nothing is wrong with sex. Nothing is wrong with sex cults inherently. It's when you start using a manipulation, abuse, when you start indoctrinating, all that stuff, all that's bad. All that's bad. We're not going to have that in our sex cult. We're not even going to have that much sex. Like, okay, comparatively, we're going to be having a lot more sex than most people. Only because we're going to be so happy all the time. We're going to be so happy. Like, I don't know other way to say this. When you're happy, when you're not worried about a roof over your head or food in your stomach, you get horny. That's all. That's all. You're gonna want to do stuff. Part of the compound is that you're free to explore your happiness. Jeez, man. It's basically a hippie compound, but it's not just hippie either. It's like, I would say ultimately it would be a creative compound. I would want everybody to create. I would want everybody to support the creation of things. The creation of things. Make media, art, and stuff to better help the world outside of us. Outside of our compound. We're not an inward compound. We're not one of those compounds that cut ourselves off from the world. We just cut ourselves off from the bullshit of the world. Would it be like a nudist compound? It would be like whatever the hell you want compound. There's no shame allowed. There's no guilt allowed. These are all tools that were created to control people. Shame and guilt is a complex that is there to make you feel like you deserve less. I'm going to brainwash everybody in a good way. I'm going to cleanse your brain of all the negative baggage, all the negative programming in your mind going to be washed away. There's only going to be room for smiles and laughter. And yeah, you're probably going to be depressed sometimes. You know what we're going to do? We're going to be there for you. We're going to be there for you. What's the name of my cult? This sweet boy union. I don't fucking know. I don't care. Doesn't matter what the name is. All that matters is that we're mindful of each other. We don't get jealous because we have access to something the rest of the world won't have. Peace of mind and community. It's a wholesome cult. It's just a wholesome cult. Shame and guilt is literally how I live and have spent every waking day and moment of my life, my entire life. Yeah, Chupa. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and tell you this. Like, you're a little creepy. Like, you have done great things with your life. But sometimes you come off a little creepy. And that's not just my opinion. I've heard it from other people. But I like you, so don't worry about it. This community, like if you were in this community, I'd be like, you know what, Chupa, keep the shame and guilt. And here's a horse. Go right away in the sunset. Go ahead. Come visit sometime. A little creepy. Yeah. Shame and guilt often self-inflicted. Yeah, it is. Like, why would you want to shame and guilt yourself? Like, why can't willpower come from a place of positive reinforcement and goals? Like, everything you get out of shame and guilt, couldn't you get the same thing out of being like having a goal set that you want to reach and being positive and being a go-getter and being motivated to achieve that goal? I've never subscribed to shame and guilt, and I live an okay life. I mean, shit, it could be better, but I'm not going to be like, you should have done this. You fucked up. You're a piece of shit. Because you know what? I could have literally done 100 things and they wouldn't have done much different. I can think of 100 things I could have done and 100 things I did do. And the outcomes, they're very unpredictable. Chipotle is not healthy? Why would you say that, Kyle? Why would you say Chipotle is not healthy? Guacamole with avocado, very healthy. Cauliflower rice, very healthy. Pico de gallo, vegetables. Tomato, healthy. Chiles, healthy. Green chiles. Sour cream, questionable amount of health. Cheese, questionable amount of health. Chicken, protein, questionable amount of health. But these are good things. Why can't people fly? I don't think we were designed to fly. Love you too, Bryce. Why don't we have flying cars yet? I think that piloting them will be a big problem. Once they perfect the self-driving technology, we might see flying cars. The energy consumption for a flying car is probably unrealistic right now. When you see those flying jetpacks people wear when they jetpack around, the energy it takes to man those things is pretty ridiculous. Designed, Bill is a gourd believer. I mean, evolution is design, right? It's designed through survival, through like thousands of years of survival. We've been designed by the world around us and our surroundings to be what we are. Like that's design, right? Flying cars would have been in the capital today. That's why. Y'all believe in aliens? Yeah, aliens probably exist. They've probably made contact with our world, and they also probably they also probably like have open dialogue with our world, right? Do I have nice hands? I do have nice hands, yeah. Let me get up in here. Papa, come on, focus. Oh, yeah. They're also surprisingly soft. My hands are very soft. You're an alien? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people were aliens. What's up, alien Andy? How you doing? And they're laughing at us? I don't think the aliens are laughing at us. I think they're too intelligent to laugh at us. Like, do you laugh at cows? Do you like go out onto the farm and laugh at cows? You see cows in the field and just sit back and go, fucking cow. If you do, chances are you're not an alien. Instead of flying, try walking with someone. It will produce some great conversation. I have great conversation. I want to be an alien, idiot. Fuck this planet. I want to get out of it. Depends on the cow, especially when they fall over. See, people who tip cows, they're probably not the aliens. But then you hear all these stories about aliens probing people's assholes. So maybe that's the alien equivalent of tipping cows. They're like, I'm going to put something up their butt. And you're like, why? They're like, because we can. Because we can. I don't know, though. I'm a good boy. Nick, I try and be a good boy. I try. Thank you for being so kind. Big Mad. I think you just got to get over it, dude. Here's how you get over hating anything. Realize that your hatred is the equivalent of loving something. Love and hate are two sides of the same coin, right? They're the same thing. They're an intense emotion. If you love something or you hate something, it's the same, it's coming from the same source. Recognize that you don't hate something without having to love it at the same time. It's like it's a different type of the emotion, obviously, but it literally comes from the same place. And if you think of all the energy you put into loving something, how valuable that loving energy is, how pure and intense that loving energy is, like your hatred is very self-serving and or self-defeating. When you focus on the negative end of the emotion, the hatred end of the emotion, it consumes you. It does. It makes you bitter. Love makes you better. So try and pull away. Because love can be a bad thing too. You can be very manipulative, scorned lover. You can be a bad lover, just like you can be a bad hater. If you want to be a better person, try and find a way to make that hatred serve you instead of take from you. Like, where do you ever get with hatred? What's it ever really get you? Just like with love, what's it ever really get you? Heartache? There are ways to hate and love that are beneficial to you, and there are ways to hate and love that aren't. So figure out why that hatred exists and what you're doing about it. It's a very you thing when you hate something. Regina says the opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. I disagree. Well, no. I don't disagree. I feel like indifference isn't the opposite of love. It's the void of love. Right? I don't think love has an opposite. Love has a counterpart, hate, love and hate. They are counterparts, but they're the same thing. They are the same thing. Indifference, there's a lyric in one of my songs. I say, motherfucker, murder me. I'd rather have you hate me than have you never heard of me. And it's true. That indifference, it's so empty. It's nothing. Hatred, it's passion, it's fueled. Did I take Joe's shrooms? No, I didn't. I did not. Void of both love and hate. Yeah. I don't know if there is an opposite to love, but there definitely is, like, the lack thereof. Like, how do you have the opposite of something so intense? Can you eat a pie and shower and cry in pain? I can't right now. No, I'm on a strict diet. Love is action, so no action would be something like indifference. Yeah. It's just like indifference would be the opposite of hate as well. So, like, indifference is just that lack, that mode that's gone. Dick and pussy. Dap. You don't think emotions have opposites? Yeah, like where do you really go? Like what's the opposite of angry? Is it sad? Is it that internalized emotion of anger? Is sad like when you there's what's the opposite of angry? Is it happy? I don't think it's fair to say happy is the opposite of anger. I think if you can get as happy as you get angry, fuck, that would be amazing. I can't really get that angry or that happy. Like, to get angry is very rare. I feel like I get happy more than I get angry. But when I get angry, it's far more intense than when I get happy. You know? Angry, it's content. I can fake anger. I can fake happy. I can fake so many emotions. You see my face like move around when I talk? My eyebrows, my shit move around like that. It's like a conscious effort for me to convey more of an emotion to the viewer because I want to look animated. I want to like move around like a cartoon. I want to be big. I want to be huge. When you watch me, I want to be like larger than life. And that's a conscious effort in my head. If I wasn't thinking of being more like in your face and attention grabbing, Bill Fridge might be a little more like a little laid back. I probably wouldn't talk exactly the way I do. I'd probably just be like, yeah, I don't know. I had some Chipotle today. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I tried something. It's called it's like hop tea. I had some last night. It tastes kind of like an IPA beer, but it's like 0 calorie and it's supposed to calm you. It's supposed to make you fall asleep. I had some before I went to sleep last night and just kind of like floated out. Couldn't even finish it. I was so tired. I just started drinking it. It's pretty good. Yeah. was all right. But like, I obviously don't do that for a reason, because when I'm on camera, I want to be engaging. I want you to look at me and say, this is the time I want to spend. I want to spend time with Billy right now. Billy uplifts me, puts his energy into me, and our energies connect, and it excites me. And Chill Bill is cool too, right? But Chill Bill, he doesn't come out until the mood is set. Big Bill is there when the camera turns on. Big Bill gets the energy going. Big Bill makes me deliver more. That's just where it is. Does it come naturally for you? Like, is it even a conscious effort at this point? It comes naturally now. Like I remember I have like flashbacks to 10 years ago, and I stare in the mirror, and I'll do like move my face around in the mirror, just so that like I would be like see like how my face lights up, how I react to it visually, how I can like get like big emotional faces out of things. I would just do it for like to see like my clay face, putty face. Just play with my face, you know, things like that. It was like exercising my face for my emotions to bounce around. Chill Bill makes you tingle in your pants. That was the secret. I just want to show y'all what Chill Bill looks so y'all get horny on Maine. Horny on Maine. Billy, will you make a series on your channel where you just read children's books in your Chill Bill ASMR voice? Please. I should make children books videos and start getting in the children market. Give me some of that children money. Give me some of that children money. I feel like I would be a really good Mr. Rogers type if it wasn't for the fact that I'm also a really good shit talker, gross funny man. Like, I've done so much stuff that is like super adult content. If it wasn't for all that stuff I've done, I feel like I'd be a really good children's entertainer. I'm so good with kids. Like, I know how to just get through to a kid, it seems. My niece and nephew, I like all my little cousins and stuff. I'm just really good at just being like a Muppet. I'm like a human Muppet. I like Joe's baby girl. She sees me and she's like locks her eyes on me because I'm a big weird thing. I haven't played Cyberpunk 2077. I heard way too many complaints from the people that I heard like for months until the game came out. These people were like, I can't wait to play this game. And when it finally came out, they were like, oh my God, they were complaining about it. And I was like, it sucks. Tap into the children market. I think I would be a great Mr. Rogers type. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Please won't you be my neighbor? There's a guy on YouTube who does children's content. I don't remember the fucking guy's name. It's like Splazo or Spexy or some stupid name. And there's a video of him from like 10 years ago when the Harlem Shake meme was a thing. He's like standing naked on a toilet and they're playing the Harlem Shake music and his friend's laying on the floor beneath him. And when the music kicks into the Harlem Shake thing, where usually the whole like room would switch and be partying in some weird mode, it would be a crazy flip up. It switches to him shooting projectile diarrhea out of his naked butt onto his friend's face and mouth down below. And it's gross. And it's hilarious. And this guy has a multi-million subscribed children's channel making millions and millions and millions of views off of pretty shitty children's music and other children-related videos. Dude is making so much money off of children. And he straight up has a video from 10 years ago where he projectile shot shit out onto his friend. It's real. It's real. I gotta find this guy. I looked it up recently. Children's star YouTuber poop video. All right. Hello again. Shoobop, shoobop, boom, 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 boom. Good night, sweetheart. Oh, it's time. We're not going. So here it is. Kids YouTube star Blippi regrets the viral video in which he poops all over his friend. Before he was Blippi, a Mr. Rogers for the YouTube age, he was Steezy Grossman, and he pooped on his friend. Here's Blippi. A character created by Stephen John explores a play space. If you've come across Blippi, the wildly popular YouTube kids entertainer, you might dismiss him as an eccentric 30-year-old man in an orange bow tie and bright orange glasses, a guy in a blue and orange cap who dances wildly and speaks in a cloying, over-enunciated voice for kids on the internet. But to 3-year-olds, Blippi is the greatest fucking thing they've ever seen, and they will cry and beg to see more of Blippi's adventures with tractors and fire trucks. It's this raw kinder fever Blippi cultivates among his fans that has grown his YouTube channel to 3.5 million subscribers. Blippi's real name is Stephen John, and before he began performing as a twee 21st century clown, he was a filmmaker in LA. He created comedy videos under the moniker Steezy Grossman. He changed his name legally from Stephen J. Grossman to Stephen John, including low-budget, low-brow comedy videos with titles like Turd Boy and Underwear Man. And Blippi is hardly John's first brush with internet fame. In a hard R-rated twist in 2013 video that BuzzFeed News has viewed, Stephen Blippi John takes an explosive diarrhea shit on his nude friend's ass. Oh, his ass, yeah. In a truly shocking rendition of the Harlem Shake meme. Yes, I did make gross out comedy video when I was in my early 20s, long before I started Blippi, John said in a statement to BuzzFeed News. Everyone has a past. Blippi's just happens to involve a widely viewed comedic video of him taking a deuce on another man. It seems that even in his former incarnation, Stephen John was destined for viral fame, but no one could have foreseen the dancing poop guy's pivot to mainstream children's entertainment. This guy Blippi and the LAPD helicopter, educational videos for kids. See this shit?
So much to learn about, it'll make you want to shout, Blippi!
Would you like to learn the parts of the helicopter with me? Come on!
Fucking hate this shit, dude. I hate this shit. I hate this. In a typical video, Blippi, speaking directly to the camera, straining to project childlike wonder, explores things like buses, excavators, and jungle animals. Each episode ends with Blippi encouraging young viewers to ask an adult to follow him on social media. Ever helpful, he spells out his name Blippi. Clearly, he knows how to build a following. The videos end with Blippi's theme song, so much to learn about, it'll make you want to shout, Blippi! The result is a uniquely millennial hybrid of Mr. Rogers and Jake Paul. These two names should never go together. And when they do, you have to know that it was birthed in some sort of scatological shitfest meme video. On some level, parents see Blippi, a harmless educational show, as a welcome reprieve from the flood of low-quality animated kids videos on YouTube, or the disturbing or exploitative videos targeted at kids that prompted a crackdown by the platform last year. And while some may have seen Blippi throw the first pitch at a 2018 Arizona Diamondbacks game, they've almost certainly never heard of Steezy Grossman. My son is always asking to check if there's a new Blippi episode, Joy Rumor, a tattoo artist living in Los Angeles, told BuzzFeed News. He uses places the kids can relate to, such as the supermarket, his home, parks, etc., says Michelle Davey, a parent who runs a parenting and lifestyle site, Cockney in the Countryside. His songs are really catchy and not to the point of annoyance. Yeah, so there's more here, but look at this fucking guy sitting in a pile of dolls. This guy's selling all these dolls, and he took a shit on his friend. He took a damn shit on his friend. The website was harlemshakepoop.com. It doesn't exist anymore. I've seen the video, though. It's disgusting and also hilarious. Warning, this image is graphic. Click to reveal. I'm not going to click it. Oh, man. Yeah. But that's that shit I don't like. Like, I don't care that he shit on his friend and then became a children's YouTube star. I don't care about that. I just listened to a couple of the songs, and they were so like cookie cutter bullshit. And he wasn't even the one who made them. He has like some other guy, some other regular dude making these shitty kids songs. And then he's just dancing around in the songs. I'm like, dude, I would be so much better if I was a children's songwriter, entertainer. But I'd be trying to like add like little naughty bits into the songs. Like not adult naughty, but like naughty potty humor and stuff. I'd be trying to sneak in like little naughty kids jokes. Not like adult naughty at all, but like, you know, when you're like a little kid and you laugh at a fart or something. I like try and write it to where like there was the story would allow for like a little toot or something. I'm using toot because it's the most common like funny joke that I can think of on a kid's level. But like there's other things like that kids find funny and just will laugh their asses off at. It's so funny. Like I might have a children's song that called Red Rocket. And that's probably inappropriate. But at some point in time, the kids see the dog with a red rocket and they're like, what's going on? And it's educational. You're like, I'm not trying to make it anything weird. I'm just be like, Spot's got a red rocket, Spot's got a red rocket. Oh no! No, I don't think I would do that. That sounds terrible. We don't need a kid's song about dog dicks. I take it back. See, this is why I can't do it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, of course. I just feel like in my nature, I would try and push things to the edge. And I feel like I push things to the edge and don't go too far until I go too far. You know? But I always constantly want to push things to the edge. Terrible. What's up, 1K? How you doing? Say no. Like, kids shouldn't even think about drugs at the age that they're getting this children's humor. Just say no. It wouldn't be like no to drugs. It'd be like, ew, that's poison. Poison. Ew, that's poison. Ew. I want to be like the Schoolhouse Rock. for the 2020. Like if I sat down and made like the 1 is a magic number. Was 2 was a magic number? Is that what it was? Man, there was so much good Schoolhouse Rock. Schoolhouse Rock for like the new world. Joe and I were talking about making like children's videos that actually, like not just children's videos though, but like educational videos that taught things to like people that were like practical applications for well-being. So much that you're taught is like against your own personal happiness. Yeah, is 2 was the magic number? Is that what the song is? If it was so good, how come you don't remember it? Because I have good things going in and out of my brain all the time. I don't have room to retain information. I'm consistently bringing new information into my brain. And on top of that, I create information. I create like something out of nothing all the time. So like storing old information seems like a waste of my time. My brain is set up to create new information. Beans, the magical fruit. The more you eat, the more you enjoy. High fiber. I would love to make a song with Jack Black. Jack Black is amazing. Amazing. I gotta get a better chair. 3 is a magic number. 3 is a magic number. Yeah, that's stuck in my head. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? I haven't watched any of these since I was like 10 years old. Maybe 7 years old, 6 years old. But it wasn't just like educational videos for children either. It was like educational videos for adults too. It would just like it would benefit anybody from like 12 to 1200 years old. I'm trying to lose weight. Save me flu. COVID hit and I gained some weight back. I'm very disappointed in myself for gaining the weight back. Not all of it, obviously, but gaining any back is like a horrible thing, and it was a considerable amount that I gained back. But also, like, I'm not going to be down on myself as I was doing it. I was telling myself, you lose it again. You lose it again. So stupid. But it's where I was. It's where my mind was. I'm still tall and handsome. Thank you. That's something we can't forget about. Will kid behind a camera die out because all he does is clickbait? No. He's got enough money to keep going. Long, tall, and handsome. I'm tall, dark, and handsome. People are like, you're not dark. And I'm like, my humor is. Yes, another RV trip would be awesome. Cody D's from the RV trip. He's in here right now. I would love that. You get a lot of weight back too? Choop, it's rough. It's rough. What's up, Leroy? How you doing? Times are tough. The world is big and scary, but I'm big and scarier. I don't care how tough times get. The only excuse I have is that I didn't give a fuck. I didn't care. I consciously knew what I was doing, and I was like, I don't care. And I went back to like some of my old school fat habits this year. Like all of the things that I would do to break my habits, like when I would want to go eat recreational eating, I would go and I would watch a movie. We ate good on the RV. We did. We had some good ass meals on that RV trip. And I had some total shit too. I was always eating at gas stations. Some of the gas station food I got was not a good idea, but I still ate it. I crapped myself in San Antonio, Texas at a Whataburger. Solera Vastoria, sorry for creeping me out on Snapchat. I don't even remember what you did on Snapchat. So I guess you'll have to resend me a snap to creep me out again because I don't remember what you did. We were hitting up Waffle House every night, but only in Columbus, Ohio. We went to Waffle House like 10 times, but it was only in Columbus, Ohio, only at that one Waffle House. To this day, that's the only Waffle House I've ever eaten in. To this day, that's the only Waffle House I've ever eaten in. You worked in a Waffle House, you don't recommend anybody eats there ever? I remember the Waffle House that we ate at. It was the same place. We were going there like sometimes 2 times a day. And the staff was never the same. It was always like a whole new staff. I think I'm allowed back in Texas, but I haven't tried. Yeah, I forced you to stop at some place to get an 8-pound donut. We stopped at Round Rock Donuts for a gigantic donut. And that was in Round Rock, Texas, just outside of Austin. What's up, Taz? How you doing? Good to see you. How you been? The Waffle House that we at was actually pretty decent. The prices were good. You get kicked out of most establishments. Wow. The prices weren't the same either. Were they just switching up every day? That was wild. I don't know if it was an 8-pound donut, but it was a gigantic donut. Matter of fact, I will show you the donut right now. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. This is the donut. This is from the RV trip that we were on. This big ass donut here. I had 2 milks and this gigantic donut. Trying to make. It was a good donut though. Look at that. Look at that fat boy. Look at that big fat boy eating a gigantic donut. Every night the prices would change and we'd order the same thing. It was so strange. You have to pick unused condiment packages out of the trash and serve them back to people to keep food costs down. That's terrible. I've never been to Nine Pies. What's up, Midian Thorn? Yeah, this donut's gigantic. It's like bigger than my head even. It's huge. It was tasty though. Been a bit under the weather lately. I hope you get better. That's not good. Look at that giant donut, that big old bite. Taking shots. Pow, pow. Yeah. Oh, it was a good donut. I don't want you to die. I want you to live forever. My tea is empty. I'm bummed. I'm bumming right now. I just want you to know I found my reason to be, my reason to start over new, and that reason is you. Santos, yeah, I should stop watching food videos, but I got willpower. I just gave up on all willpower. Like I said, COVID, I gained I think I gained like 80 pounds, to be honest, since COVID started. I don't know exactly. I actually bought a new scale tonight. I need to go step on it. But I used to go to movie theaters instead of going to like eat. Normally I get hungry, I get bored, I'd recreationally eat. So one of my routines was after work, I'd go to a movie and I'd sit and I'd watch a movie. That'd be a couple hours. Everything would be good. 80 pounds, dude. I think it was like 80 pounds. I don't know exactly how much. I probably put on 10 pounds a month the entire time, the entire fucking COVID. It's bad. But I've lost 40 pounds in 1 month, so it's like I'm not too worried about it. It was a setback. Oh, I'll have 30 pounds gone by the end of this month. Are you for real? I'll have it gone by the end of this month. But I was bad. I would go to a movie and I would sit in the movie and everything would be fine. I'd maybe bring in like a Quest bar. I'd have like a protein bar while I was in the movie theater. Everything would be fine. I'd get out of the movie. I'd maybe go get a salad or something. In the middle of the night, if I was hungry, I'd go grocery shopping and I'd look at all the bad stuff and I wouldn't get any of it. I would just get something that was like conducive to my diet plan and I'd have a little late night snack. Everything would be fine. Under COVID, with all the world going to fire and me not giving a fuck about anything, I would go to Taco Bell, get a $5 Taco Bell big box, and then after leaving Taco Bell, I'd be like, no, I'm also going to go to Wendy's and get a fucking Wendy's Baconator. It was bad. I was doing stupid stuff like that. I'd stay up all night. I remember there was multiple times where I'd be up all night and at 7 a.m. I'd be like, well, Wendy's breakfast is open. And I'd get like 3 breakfast sandwiches and I'd eat them. And I'd be like, well, you just fucked up. And I'd be like, but Chick-fil-A is open. So I'd drive to Chick-fil-A and I would get a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, breakfast sandwich, after just eating 3 Wendy's breakfast sandwiches. And I'd get the little Chick-fil-A fries or whatever, and I fucking would leave there, and I'd be like, well, I'm sick. That's horrible. Might as well stop at 7-Eleven and get some donuts. And it's an addiction, right? It's binge eating. It's really bad. But it's also just like where I was at. I wasn't giving a fuck about anything. It was really bad. That's all I can say. But hopefully I'm back on track, right? Hopefully I beat this shit. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I think I will. I think I'll be fine. You hit the meat aisle and grab a whole chicken and a roast or steak. I would think of that as a win. That like eating a whole chicken, I probably wouldn't eat a whole chicken, but like having a bunch of chicken meat, that's good for me. Like my body like loses weight when I do that sort of thing. You got this. I know. I do. There's no doubt in my mind. It's just like I was fucking up. And I would get clean for like a week or two and then start fucking up again. And we're about a week into me being, a little over a week actually, other than New Year's Eve when I drank. Like I kind of, like a few days before New Year's Eve, I was like, okay, I'm back on my sweet boy shit again. New Year's is going to be a New Year's thing. New Year's Eve, I drank a bunch. Ate some like dried fruit. Had some the night before New Year's. Actually, I had some like hummus with these pita chip crackers, stuff like that. Probably not a good idea, but I was like, fuck it, we'll start the new year new. I got to run for mayor. That's really the secret. Is I got to run for mayor of Seattle. Be clean for a week or two from eating. I mean, I would be on a good diet for a week or two, then I'd fuck it all up. Yeah, I can do it again. I definitely can. Like, I know I can. So it's just about doing it, and I'm doing it right now. So I'm not worried about it. But that being said, it was a hard year. Funny number of viewers. Are we at 69? I didn't have any hallucinogenic mushrooms. You love Costco pizza and the churro? I was at Costco today. I bought some keto foods. You packed on 40 pounds, 5 pounds away from 300. COVID world is killing you. Just do what you can. Teach Joe's baby how to curse. I'll try not to. I'll try not to teach that baby how to curse. I don't need to do that. That baby knows how to laugh and smile already, so they're on the good track. They're on the good track. You're normally sleeping when I stream. You haven't seen me in a minute. You haven't been on YouTube for a minute. I started streaming on Twitch quite a bit. I like it over there. But I got to come back to YouTube more regularly. I'm thinking about building like a show. Do an actual show set up on YouTube. Maybe do a show once a week. Do an hour and a half show on YouTube. On a regular scheduled once a week thing. I think that could be fun. Oh yeah. Bow, bow. I want to buy these microphones, but they don't come back in until the 12th of this month. I'm gonna get a couple of pod mics for me and Joey to sit down and do a little thing together too. On top of that, like the pod mics are $100 a piece. This mic was $400 before tax, before boom arm and everything. With the boom arm and tax, this is a $600 microphone with a $650 mixer. So really, like, this $1,200 audio here I have to plug into this setup. It's kind of nutty. Trying to link and smoke? I don't really want to smoke. Are you in Seattle, Sam? If you're in Seattle, I'll drive and give you a weed. I got a ton of weed. I'll just give you a bag of weed. Boom, 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 boom. Try to put your hair in a ponytail, and now a stray hair is standing straight up on your head. That's funny. But yeah, the pod mics, they're by Rode, and they're good for podcasting. I want to get a couple of them with some desk stands. Probably put a table up in front of the TV back here, put the mics on it, have the audio mixer on, have I got a tablet computer screen, and maybe Stream Deck set up to switch scenes. I would like to get 2 more cameras on top of this one, use this one as the main camera, and have 2 flanking cameras for close-ups on me and Joe's face, but that might be a little unreasonable. But set up a little show for the boys. $1,200 audio into his $300 computer. No, I actually have a $1,300 computer that I bought used that is pretty dope. it's like it's a pretty solid build. The guy I got it from built it, and it's got an i9 9900K, and it's got a 2080 graphics card, and it's got 32 gigabytes of RAM, and it's got pretty computer lights on it. What candle am I burning? It's called Black Tuxedo. It's a man candle. It's from Colonial Candles, I think. Manly Indulgence series. It's the Black Tuxedo candle. It's very very chill. 1 second, let me pop open this little tootie. See if we can't get a little tootie going. I wonder why I have to die. Is this it? Is it media source that I'm looking for? Oh, what you waiting? What you waiting? What you waiting? Nope. What you waiting for? Remove. Yes. Video capture device. 2. Let me go. Logitech Brio. Oh, what's up with that? That's the ceiling, huh? That's the fucking wall. So as you can see up here, this is a horrible fucking camera. The lighting is just really bad right now. It's actually a good camera. See all those things up here on the sill? There's 9 other of these candles up here on the sill, and I really need to figure out a better use of this camera. This is a $200 webcam, and it's just because the lighting's so poor, it looks like shit. Anyways, I keep them up on my window. And they're all the same flavor. Very classy candle. It's true, Corsets. It's very true. Black Tuxedo, it smells like, let me go get one. Fuck it. This main camera I'm using is great. This other camera is a $200 Logitech Brio, and because the lighting is so poor in this room, it looks terrible. I want to get more Canons and just have them set up, because the Canons work wonders when you get an actual camera. It's fucking dope. So like, even though it's a $200 webcam, it's shit compared to what a real camera does. Black Tuxedo. Black Tuxedo. With notes of white musk, lavender, and cedar wood. It's a fucking dope ass candle. See that shit right there? That shit right there? It's a nice candle. So the main camera I'm using, you can see this right here. This is the camera I was using to point at the fucking wall. Got fingerprints all over it too. Worst. Do something about that. I barely ever use this thing. It's a Logitech Brio. It's like a $200 fucking camera. $200 fucking dollars, pow. Yeah. I thought it was cool. But let me pop open video capture device again. Let's go back to the Brio. Pop open Logitech. Camera settings. This is a fucking right here. This thing right back here. This is a, my camera just happened to like focus on it. So I have to tell you what it is. It's a sex toy. You're supposed to put your wiener in it. Someone sent it to me for doing like they're like trying to get me to do product review. They were like, would you do like a shout out online? I was like, no, I won't. And they're like, well, how about you just write a comment on our Amazon profile and we'll send you one. And I was like, okay. But it's just charging up over there. It's just charging. I had it in the closet and I turned it on as a joke the other day and it didn't charge. So I was like, well, it lost its charge. It's like, well, now I have to charge it again. So if I want to fucking turn it on as a joke, it'll be ready. It's not. Let's see. Restore defaults. Widescreen, please. So this is my camera. This right here is the camera that I'm like using. It's a Canon. It's very nice, right? This is my screen. My screen. Do 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 do. Anyways, as a joke, what? It was. It was a joke. I want to like. I was going to hand it. Anastasia was over. She was playing Among Us with Joe the other night, me and Joe. And I was going to hand it to her like it was a cup, like full of wine. Because we were drinking. I was going to hand it to her as a joke, but it didn't vibrate. So I was like, that's not going to be a funny joke because she was drinking. So I was like, I'm going to be like, here, finish this. And then she grabs it and be vibrating in her hand. I thought that would be hilarious. But the fucking thing wasn't even charged, so it's like, what's the point? Can you turn off, please? It doesn't look virgin. Well, I had to try it, right? I had to slide one in. I washed the fucker. It's got lube residue on it. Old Faithful right here. But it was free, so what are you going to do? How often do you guys get free things sent to you? I was like, that's actually a really good deal. I'll take a free Horn of Gondor. I don't know what you call this thing. I'm sure it had a product name. Wouldn't it have been funny if I was like, finish this and I hand somebody a fucking vibrating wiener sniffer or whatever the fuck you call it? It's an oil-based lubricant, so I can like still, I washed it really well, but the lubricant is messy. It's nasty. I'll be honest with you. It's pretty gross. It was free. What are you supposed to do? Turn down free stuff? But I had it. You can't pass up free, right? How am I this evening, King Shit God? I'm doing pretty well. Ask your friend to. Well, I didn't have anything in it, but I was gonna like. We were having a drinking party, and I was gonna pass it over like, here, finish this, and then they'd take it and be like, what the. Why is it vibrating? Oh my God. It would have been funny. And you're the creep. For one choop, I have a rapport with people that I'm allowed to be creepy. It's not just allowed, it's expected and it's respected. That's because I build a rapport. My creepiness is actually endearing because I build a rapport. Like, how many of you would allow a certain person to degrade them? You know, just like, is there anybody in your life that you would allow to slap the shit out of you, to degrade you, to make you feel like a human toy or a human toilet, varying degrees thereof? Obviously, there are some people in your life that you would allow certain privileges to. But that doesn't mean you would allow it to just anybody. I have been allowed certain privileges in my life with people because they love and respect and trust me to be a little creepy. For you watching at home right now, I'm being a little creepy with you just now pulling this out. But I feel like you trust me to be respectable with it. I assume. Is it a wide set fake vajayjay? It looks more like a fucking fish, like a Magikarp or something. I don't know. I think I broke it. I should put this thing away. I should put this thing away. Ugh. Looks like King Cobra's lips. Yuck, man. Yuck, man. You didn't know they vibrated? I don't know. They were like, we'll give you this for free. Just write a review on our Amazon page. Matter of fact, let's go to the fucking Amazon page. Let's see the review. While I'm there, I'll buy tons of things from Bezos. Have I seen Cobra Kai? I haven't watched it yet. But then you used it and wrote a review. Of course I did. That's what they asked me to do. Was that a fleshlight? Not exactly. It was like a knockoff version of one. Automatic vibrating male masturbator's cup, 10 vibration modes, and warming. This is gross. This is terrible. I wonder how cringy my review was. Where is the review? It was probably really cringy. I honestly kind of wish I wouldn't have turned my other camera on to show you guys the camera I stream from, because that wouldn't have been sitting on there. It's been in my closet like since the week I got it. And now I'm over here like, let's just go down this rabbit hole. Oh God, that's a wiener. Can't have this on screen for sure. I mean, there's videos of people reviewing them. I did not do a video review. I'll read other people's reviews because my review is not on the page. Surprisingly nice product. It looked like it was going to be too big inside unless you're a well-endowed person, but it was actually perfect. I really like the heat function, so you're not using a cold toy. I believe it has 10 different vibration settings, which is awesome. I went into it, pun intended, not expecting much, but ended up finishing way quicker than this is gross. Stop. This is gross. Anyways, I'm turning this off. You guys are fucking sick. I've backed out of everything. I am over it. But yeah. Anyways, now that we're dry snitching. Is Leafy a nice person? Yes. There was a night that Leafy and I were outside of his house downtown Seattle near the Pike Place Market, and we were going to go grab some dinner. On the way out, a group of people came up to him. I was talking to somebody else who I'd ran into randomly. And the person was like, Billy the Fridge, we were talking. And I was like doing a little thing. And these other fans came up to Leafy and they were like, hey, could we get a picture with you and Billy the Fridge? And Leafy was like, I don't know. Let me go ask him. And he came over to me and he was like, hey, these fans, they want to take a photo with us. Are you okay with that? And I was like, yeah, let's go do it. He was like, okay, cool. Yeah, cool. And then we went and we took a picture, and like he was like doing the talk to fans thing, you know, like he would do, just being a nice guy. And he's like, yeah, so we're gonna go eat dinner, and the fans were like ready to go, like, okay, yeah, we understand. And he's like, do you guys want to come with us? And they were like, no, go enjoy your dinner, man, go enjoy your dinner. But he was just like, he doesn't go outside that often. And I think a lot of the times people don't even approach him when he does, because like people will take photos of him in public and not even approach him. So I don't think he gets approached that often because he just doesn't go out that often. He's usually very incognito. And he didn't really know what to do. He couldn't really know how to like say goodbye to them after they came and said what up to him. He was like, you want to come eat with us? They're like, no, go get your fucking food. But I thought that was a very nice thing to do, you know? Even though it was like coming from a place of awkwardness, he was trying to be cool. It's hard to end a convo sometimes. Yeah. I thought that was cool, though. I was like, I was like, funny fucker. Like, I would have like gone out to eat with them, too. It would have been wild, inviting some random fans, because people are interesting. They were traveling from out of town, too. I'm sure they had a bunch of crazy stories. Probably would have ended up with us all in a hotel room doing cocaine and pig-piling each other. Thoughts on how to deal with family members who are still in denial over Trump. How far into denial are they? That's the question. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing about Trump. Like, you're in denial if you think things are going to change drastically without him. They'll get better, I assume, because the people in charge now, they are familiar with the system that we're in, and they will do their best to get us back to that familiarity of the system. Trump was supposed to be like this renegade, maverick, New Horizons president, but he sold everybody on like a bill of goods that didn't exist. He really didn't have a plan. You know, if just as recently as this leaked phone call of him trying to find more votes in Georgia, where he's like strong arming the guy that is a Republican that was a supporter of Donald Trump, strong arming him into finding 12,000 more votes. That's kind of what Trump does in presidency. He strong armed the people into thinking he was going to do something. He showed up. He did some things. But at the end of his presidency, the world is literally on fire. We're all wearing masks. Can't go outside. It looks like a post-apocalyptic movie. When everybody's like, this is the future. We're all wearing masks because we can't breathe the air. The air is, the skies are orange and dark. That was like that during the summer. People are in the streets rioting. What's up, Hane? How you doing? But, yeah. Corsets and curls turn into a zombie today. People are taking vaccines 28 days later. That's the period between the two shots you have to take. The first one, then the second one comes 28 days later. I will be working on a new album, Black Hole Dreams. I've been writing stuff. I just haven't been in the studio. I need to get in the studio and start recording. But it's just this world that we live in right now. It doesn't look good compared to how it looked 4 years ago. And whether or not you want to blame Trump for that, I feel like it's fair to blame Trump for that, whether you want to or not. It's fair to blame the spread of everything on somebody who didn't adhere to social distancing. And it would be one thing if he didn't adhere to social distancing and he had a plan to like push through and push business through. Like, yeah, we're not going to be social distant. We don't care. We're going to go to rallies. We're going to live life like we regularly would. If he was able to make that plan happen and keep businesses open and keep all these restaurants, these family-owned businesses, keep them going. If he was able to do all that and not do the fucking thing, then him not social distancing would have been worth something. But it wasn't. It was him not social distancing to have rallies, to have parties, to have celebrations, to have Rose Garden. He got COVID at a Rose Garden celebration, putting the newly appointed Supreme Court justice in after RGB died, after RBG died, RGB, after Ruth Bader Ginsburg died. They had a fucking party on the White House lawn, Rose Garden lawn, and they all got COVID at that party. If they all got COVID because they were out there making sure that businesses stayed open and we were spreading the cough like we were spreading, and people were able to go to work and do stuff and just get sick and die, if that was his plan, I'd have more respect for him. But he was just like, no, you can't go to work. And also, don't distance. Don't worry. Come out in droves to my fucking political rallies. I don't think you have to be very stupid either to support Trump, Sarah. You say anyone who is in denial or supports Trump at this point, I'm automatically writing off as either delusional or just very, very stupid. We all have to look at the world from our own unique perspectives. And the left does some pretty unforgivable shit as well. And if you focus on that rather than the bad that Trump does, the left looks pretty fucking terrible too. And then on top of it, there are these campaigns to make people think that the left is doing child sacrifices and sucking adrenochrome out of their brains. And you don't know what to believe because these conspiracy theories seem pretty interesting, far more interesting than the bullshit they're telling you. You're choosing which side to believe, right? And neither side is honest with you 100%. You could say conspiracy theories are crazy, but then you have conspiracy theories like Jeffrey Epstein being proven and going pop culture. It becomes, when a conspiracy theory is not only proven, but it's pop culture, you open the door for all conspiracy theories to have validation now. Even the craziest ones. Because you've been like, what do you mean Kevin Spacey and Bill Clinton and Donald Trump and all these people are friends with a child endangering predator and they all are connected? All the top scientists, we invest in science like it's religion, and all the top scientists go to Epstein's Island to party. What do you mean? What do you mean? And you focus on that and all the delusion. Oh yeah, I'm not choosing a side to believe though. Yeah, exactly, Sarah. But like to blame the one side for choosing their delusions, their belief, over the other side that chooses their delusions and their belief, I feel like that disconnects us as human beings. I feel like we have to look at the Trump supporters as people who are lost, you know? And even if they're repugnant and they're hard to deal with, hard to stomach, if they're annoying, if they're hard to sit down and have Thanksgiving dinner with, Christmas dinner with, even then, we have to remember that they're basically lost little children. Like, adults are really just children that we take seriously. We don't take children seriously because they're just little kids. But there's a ton of little kids that have a whole lot more social awareness, mental awareness, depth of knowledge than full-grown adults. There's people who are 60, 70 years old, 80 years old that are dumber than shit and haven't lived outside of their own stench their entire lives. There's little kids that are like 9 years old and they've traveled, they've looked at the world uniquely, they've seen loss, they've seen pain, they've experienced amazing levels of transformation and growth because of that pain. They've adapted to a world that doesn't respect them. And some of them thrive in childhood at levels that adults will never achieve. So I see these adults, I see these people who are delusional or whatever and believe the election was rigged. And there's evidence debunking that, but like this is the problem I have with that, Sarah. And this is going to make me sound like a fucking madman. Some people are probably going to lose respect for me. The election was rigged. It was rigged from the very beginning when you go to vote for two fucking people who are basically bought and paid for by the same companies. And we fight over whether or not we want the asshole that's going to stick it to everybody, or the fucking dickhead that's going to supposedly give us crumbs for our suffering. It was rigged from the beginning, and we're playing some sort of idea that either side is going to do much for us. Both sides are working for the best interest of the upper echelon, the very few. If you have millionaire friends, they're not a part of this group. If you have multimillionaire friends, they're not a part of this group. If you have billionaire friends, I had a billionaire friend that was not a part of this group. He has a whole lot more access to this group than most people do, but they don't like him. I don't even know if Trump's a part of this group. I think he might just be a fucking stool pigeon for this group. He might be a psyop to get everybody angry, to keep everybody angry and at each other's throats. The entire system is set up to get the vast majority of people angry with each other, so they're not mad at the people at the top who own the top 1% of the United States owns 38% of its wealth. And that's pre-COVID. Post-COVID, it might be even worse. Then why don't I become a millionaire? Because I don't want to. I know how to become a millionaire. If I wanted to become a millionaire, I would feel like I was soulless. I would feel like I wasn't being true to myself. Every day when I do what I do, even if it's not very successful, even if I can barely afford to pay for my food, rent, and extracurricular activities, I do it in a way that makes me feel good about myself and makes me feel like I'm benefiting those around me. I feel like I do give back to those that give to me. I feel like I do give back to like people watching right now. Maybe not every one of you. Maybe some of you are watching and you're like, yeah, this guy's funny. This guy's hilarious. But I know there are people watching right now that like I make their day a little better. I know that. And that right there is worth way more than $1 million to me. Like, I could go out and make $1 million, and I know exactly how to do it. It would probably take me, if I set out right now to make $1 million, I could probably get it done in a year. And I'd be a millionaire in 1 year. And it would probably make me sick. And when I made that $1 million, I can guarantee you this. I'd feel like my life was wasted for 1 year. And I'd feel like it wasn't enough. I'd feel like I should have made $10 million in that year. And then I'd say I'm going to have to spend the next 10 years making $100 million to make up for it. And it's not even hard to be a sweet boy and become a millionaire. I'll be the first to tell you right now, I'm lazy about what I do. I could be a millionaire probably in 1 year and do what I do, but it would be terribly taxing. It'd be terribly taxing, and I would have to be stricter than I was on my diet. And I was very strict on my diet to lose 250 pounds. Losing the 250 pounds, I would love to see the numbers on that. How many people lose that much amount of weight in like a short amount of time versus how many people go from like nothing to $1 million in that short amount of time. And when I say nothing, I'm talking about, you don't have nepotism in your fucking family that's going to give you a small loan of $100 million or something like that to get your million. Going from something to nothing in that amount of time. I bet you even without nepotism, more people make $1 million in a short amount of time than lose 250 pounds in a short amount of time. Do it and then prove it. I don't want to do it. That's the thing. That's the thing, right? Like, it's not something I want to do. Name me a millionaire that isn't a complete asshole. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm just curious. There's tons of millionaires that aren't complete assholes. I think that just like poor people, like there's fucking, you're going to walk into a room of poor people. There's going to be sweet poor people that are very caring and open. And there's going to be poor people that are fucking assholes too. Like there's no one way to become anything. There's no one way to become a millionaire. There's no one way to become poor. It takes all kinds. What is nepotism? Nepotism is when you get things based on people you know, like family members. Like if you got a job because your dad owned the company, that would be nepotism. If you got a loan from a bank because your uncle was the owner of the bank, he's like, no, we can trust you. We'll give you some. And it's okay, right? Like you take care of your own. That's the way the world works. You should have benefits for being related to somebody with power, right? There shouldn't be a law that says, oh, by the way, your dad's rich, so you can't get any of his help. What's the point of that? Oh. If you owned a business, it's like even if you owned a business and hired people other than your friends and family, it's if you only gave promotions and positions of power to people within your family. It'd be nepotism, stuff like that. You can't judge a person by weight green they have in their pocket. Like Alki. Alki is like super, super big Trumper right now. Oh my God, I've been watching his stuff. He's like so proud of them rioting at the fucking White House tonight or the Capitol building tonight. He's like, I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there soon. I'm like, oh my God. How do you become a millionaire in a year without breaking morals? Okay. So to become a millionaire in a year without breaking morals, you have to understand the trends. Right now, crypto is booming. Let's say you have $1,000 worth of comic books, baseball cards, equipment or something. You have $1,000 worth of assets to your name, okay? Take those assets, sell them, get that money. Follow the trends right now, the crypto trends. Get an altcoin that's going to go up. I fucking put some kick around money into a coin and tripled it earlier today, right? You find those trends, you put your money in, you ride those trends short term, double up, get your money up to like a bigger amount, continue to follow those trends, sell it because they dip, right? They get up and they dip. Get in, ride it up, sell it out, hit it for the dip, get in again, sell it out, work that for a couple weeks right now. This is just one way to exploit it right now. Put your $1,000, turn that into like 20 grand by just being on the fucking button with the trends. Give yourself a fall, like where you're a climb. You're only allowed to let it climb a certain amount before you sell. And if it starts to fall a certain amount, you get out. You get out immediately. Follow that trend, build it up over the course of a couple weeks. Just ride those trends out. You'll turn that $1,000 into 20 grand right now. And that's because the opportunity is there right now. But there's always opportunities around like this. Sometimes the opportunities are a little more corrupt, but there's always opportunities like this. Once your money gets up bigger, that 20 grand, Maybe go into investments and stocks, follow the portfolios, follow everything. And maybe stocks is not ethical in itself. Now you got 20 grand from Pokemon cards. What are we doing from there? All right. With this 20 grand. I'm going to find something that is needed in a post-COVID world. When these restaurants open back up, they're all going to need, I don't know, plexiglass windows to separate the booths from people. If I can't find a company that's innovating that and invest in that company at a low level right now, I'm going to find something similar, a trend similar in that. And I'm going to put the entire 20 grand invested into that company before it booms, before it lights up. Like if COVID was starting and I would have been like, okay, people are going to be stuck in their houses, I'm investing in like Zoom. A lot of people I knew did that. And they made tons of fucking money. Zoom went through the roof. So just look for something that you know is about to be big and put it in there. Food, merchandise, new menus. Right now, ghost kitchens are a huge thing. You guys familiar with ghost kitchens? You basically go to a food distributor, you make a menu based off of the food that food distributor distributes, and they go to a kitchen within their food distributor network, and they teach that kitchen how to make your menu items. You buy the food up front. The kitchens make the menu items for you, and they sell the stuff with Uber Eats and the DoorDash and all that. So you've now had a successful restaurant. I might invest in a ghost kitchen and make my own brand of like eat at home stoner food or something, and make a viral stoner food that's like, hey guys, you got to get this dickhead nachos. And I invest in that. And because everybody's at home bored, they're gonna they're gonna want to look for that experience to make them like feel out of place. That's a huge risk. That's my artistic brain coming in again and trying to be like creative with something. That's a huge risk, possible huge reward. I probably wouldn't do that if I was really trying to make $1 million, but you have to think of ideas like that and exploit them. You have to think of what people need and where the demand is, and make sure you get in on trend of the demand coming out. No more music? There'll be music. I know there will be music. It's been a hard year. It's been a rough ass year, man. Starting OnlyFans is how you get rich now. Not everybody, dude. I know so many people who thought they were gonna get on that OnlyFans jump, and they realize it's only neighbors, only friend zones, only creeps that followed your Facebook page that want to see your butthole, and once they've seen it, they're done. A ghost kitchen is a restaurant that exists on DoorDash. It exists on Uber Eats. It exists on those delivery apps. And another restaurant that already exists uses their kitchen through their food distributor. The food distributor sends them all the ingredients to make their menu items. And then on the app, like Mr. Beast just used this for Mr. Beast burgers. On the app, you can order a Mr. Beast burger. Here in Seattle, if you ordered a Mr. Beast burger, there's an Italian restaurant called Buca di Beppo, and they will store your food in their restaurant and make your menu items to be picked up by delivery drivers and delivered to your home. So like in Seattle, he uses Buca di Beppo as his headquarters. And you go to Buca di Beppo, you can't get a Mr. Beast item at the Italian restaurant Buca di Beppo. But if you order it, they're going to cook it for you at Buca de Beppo, give it to the delivery driver, and the delivery driver is going to take it to your house. And now you've got this Mr. Beast burger from Mr. Beast Burgers, but really, it's just something that cooked in the kitchen at an Italian restaurant. But to you, you got it from Mr. Beast. You're like, this is Mr. Beast's restaurant. He made me this burger. And these ghost kitchens are opening up in all the major cities. The food distributors are just getting you a new way to get, like, a new way to sell you food. What's the best pizza you've ever had? I really enjoyed the pizza at the Rainbow Room in LA, Hollywood, Sunset Boulevard. They do a really good pizza there at the Rainbow Room. There's the pizza called the Rainbow. It's just a big, thick, yummy pizza. So good. You got a Buca de Beppo in Atlanta? Yeah, Buca de Beppo is great. I kind of wish I would have eaten at Buca de Beppo, gotten some Buca de Beppo delivery when I was off my diet. That would have been one worthy of fucking some calories. But ghost kitchens exist huge right now because restaurants can't even have people eating inside them anyways. So they get other people to promote their brand with their food, and then they store the food, cook the food, prepare the food, send it out with a delivery driver, and split a cut of the profits with the other people that promote the food. So you no longer have to have people coming into your kitchen just for Buca de Beppo. People who normally would come into Buca de Beppo and just sit down and eat an Italian family-style dinner meal, you know. And like, not everybody's gonna be like, I want to order Buca de Beppo tonight. You know, without being a ghost kitchen, they may have lost all their business together, because who's gonna order like a big family-style tray of pasta? As good as that sounds, it's gonna be a rare occurrence. How about you make a few million first, BTF? Quit being lazy and put your fucking money where your mouth is. I don't want to. I don't want to. I want to do what I'm doing. I should quit being lazy. But I wouldn't try. My goal wouldn't be to make $1 million. My goal would be to build my brand to a level that is far more recognizable. Right now, if I go out to a grocery store, pre-COVID, we'll say pre-COVID, because now I'm wearing a mask everywhere I go and I've lost a little weight. But pre-COVID, if I go outside without a mask on, I'm going to get spotted at least every other time I go out in public. At least every other time I go out in public. Someone's going to be like, oh shit, it's Billy the Fridge. Oh shit, Billy the Fridge, Billy the Fridge. La, la. You know, there's multiple times I've been spotted and then someone spots me while I'm being spotted. You know, like, it's just that name brand recognition is out there. I want it to be where if I go out, people are going to be like, oh fuck, like paparazzi style. That's where I want to be as far as everything goes. I don't think about it monetarily. I don't think about it as $1 million. I think about it as, if I go out, it's undeniable. You're not going to have people spotting me. I'm going to have to be fucking hiding from people. That's like mentally where I want to be. But also, I've seen people who have reached that level of success, friends of mine. I've seen like Macklemore have to sneak out of the club with a fucking hoodie on out the back door so he doesn't get swarmed. It's a double-edged sword, right? I'm like Bigfoot. Yeah, it happens. I've never gotten close to $1 million. It's never been a goal of mine, though. It's never been a goal. Some OnlyFans girls are good at making guys think they're their friends, so they're exploiting guys' loneliness in the social media COVID era. Yeah, Jack Johnson. And that's a good business model. Businesses everywhere are exploiting people's needs. Here's the difference between OnlyFans and literally every other business. Those guys are at least being fooled into getting something they're not going to get anywhere else. You got this girl who's selling you a fantasy and making you think that you're important to her or special to her in some way. That's a service. That's worthwhile. You got guys going out buying fucking brand new shoes. They're going out buying some fucking $200 Nike shoes because it makes them think that they're going to fucking get the girl. If I buy the $200 Nike shoes, I'll be so fucking cool, dude. Girls will love me. Skip that shit, dude. Any girl that's going to love you for some shoes is going to fucking leave you hella quick anyways. They're not going to be impressed. The shoes are only going to get them in the door. And they're going to milk you for all you're worth until fucking they're gone. Because you're not worth that much. At least here, they're being fooled into thinking that, you know, they're getting some of their basic needs met. The girlfriend experience, yeah. I'm sorry, some people aren't. They're not going to get that anywhere else. I don't mind if somebody goes and fucking spends all their money on an OnlyFans girl. That loneliness should be exploited because it's not going to go anywhere else. Maybe exploiting themselves with an OnlyFans girl is that fantasy that gives them enough confidence to go get an actual real woman in their life. Sometimes it takes a little confidence of being like, even if it's like fake, it could give you a little bit of an extra edge in the real world. I think it's a good investment to be a fucking simp. At least at the end of it, if you spend all your money and lose all your money, at least at the end of it, you're going to have to rebuild. You're going to have to be like, well, fuck, I made a mistake. And you're going to learn not to do that shit again, most likely. Or if you rebuild and do it again, you didn't learn, that's on you too. Yeah, I'm your OnlyFans girl, but you don't seem to spend any money on me. See, you're getting a good deal. I'm your simp. Are they even being fooled, though? It's more like they're pretending, you know? Well, yeah, but like the idea that you're going to hook up with that OnlyFans girl, if that's the only reason you're doing it, it's for some end game, I don't feel sorry for you. It should be entertainment. It should be a reprieve from the loneliness of the rest of the world. And if you're not aware of what that is, it's working in a way if you do believe that you're possibly going to get to that goal. And who knows, maybe in some magical world you would get to that goal. Just like people who buy fucking lottery tickets. You really think you're going to win that $1 million? Somebody does, right? And I'm sure somebody ends up with the fucking e-girl they were tricking money off to. But there's a whole lot of more people who didn't win the lottery. It's amazing what people will do for money. Yeah. Money is the system of value in our society. I know a lot of people who do things for money that other people would never do. Like work at a Walmart. I would never do that. I'd much rather fucking sell my butthole than work at Walmart. Now, of course, in selling my butthole, I'd need a pretty high price. But if you paid me $100,000 to sell my butthole, or $100,000 to work at Walmart for 3 years, I'm taking that butthole money 100% of the time. Who's my favorite band artist? I don't know. I really like the Gorillaz. Maybe I'll say Gorillaz. Oh. I don't listen to them that often anymore, though. I used to listen to the Gorillaz album over and over and over again. I had it in my car record player on repeat the whole album all the way through for like 4 months straight, probably at one point in time. What about that 20K you were talking about? What do you mean, earning 20K? Yeah, like if you can get 20, like I had someone offer me $10,000 to take a poop on them, and I probably should have done it. They offered me like a blank check for more, and I was like, I don't know about that. I think I'm gonna walk away. What's up, Classic? What's up, Hannibal? If I made you a bunch of gorilla type beats, would you want to make that an album? Dude, Hannibal. Let's start making some shit, dude. Let's do it. Let's make the album. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Let's go. Blippy L. Oh, 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 oh. I don't know if they'd have to be Gorillaz type beats, but like honestly, if that's what you're feeling, let's go. That first Gorilla album had Del the Funky Homo Sapien on a couple tracks. It was good. I'd fuck with that. I'd fuck with some beats that were like indie rock style beats, you know? Indie pop, not indie rock. If you made some indie pop beats, if you made some indie pop and it was like, and I had to sing on it like a little fucking white girl, that shit would be fire. That shit would be fire. Home. This is my home. Or what's that one? Home. Home is whenever I'm with you. Some shit like that. We'll make like a bunch of fucking folk song white boy rap tracks. But no, like stick to your usual raps. Those are good. That's what I'm saying, right? I just want to make some good music. And Hannibal makes good music. It would be your variation of what those beats sound like. Indie pop could be fun. I mean, we could do a lot of fun stuff together. I think we should just start doing it. We should get into this, man. Would love some world advice. All right, was 204B. I'm gonna call you Was from here on out, okay? Let's go, Was. Give me some information about you and the world around you that you might need advice on. I'm keeping an eye out for you in the chat. Billy, how would you go about stopping vaping? Like just replace it with more positive activities like reading, working out? And how would you stop the cravings? I would probably, you're going to hate this answer. I'd probably just start going down on everybody I knew. I feel like that's the equivalent of vaping. I never vaped. I would probably just maybe start making yourself 0-calorie Jell-O dishes. You know what you could also get into? Find nootropics. Nootropics, Nootropics, I think it is. They give you an elation. They give you somewhat of a high. It's like a stimulant high. Get into nootropics. And just whenever you would want to vape, just take a little bit of that and see where you go. See where your body goes. See where you feel. It might give you a whole new addiction, but it seems to be something people get into a lot, and it will give you that stimulus. It could take over for you. Starve yourself. I can name a ton of women that emotionally manipulate boys. Pokimane, Belle, Zoe, Celestia, etc. Over Zoe and Celestia, I don't keep up with. I just know they used to thought. I still have a run-in with Zoe and Celestia here and there. Like that was 2016. You know, that was my big time leafy fucking YouTube years. So those were the homies that came up around that time. And they are just doing something with YouTube that everybody does. Like, people want, this is the problem with them. People only value them for their sexuality. So they kind of got the butt end of the deal there. Like, YouTubers manipulate their audience 100%. They manipulate their audience all the time. That's one thing that I liked about Leafy. He'd be like, hit that like button and I'll send you. He makes a joke out of it, right? But telling somebody to hit a like button is very important to the algorithm, and it is manipulation. The devotion that you get as a YouTuber from your fans is pretty big. Like, those people are looking for someone to masturbate to and have an e-girlfriend. Everybody else is looking for like a best friend. They're looking for somebody they can confide in and feel like, it gets them. And sometimes they get that through YouTubers, because these YouTubers are talking to the camera, talking to them. They get these interpersonal relationships with somebody who doesn't even know they exist. And this happens all the time. Says, just started an accounting job at a big firm. It just turned busy season and I'm not sure I can do it. I work from home and there's too many distractions. I should work like 60 hours a week for the 2 months. Yeah, I know Brittany Venti. Are you at risk of getting fired? Like, what is everybody else doing was, this is the thing about your job, right? Is there any distraction you can have that will also be conducive to your work? Like, what do you do at the accounting job? Is there some way that you could have a distraction that you could have run congruent with your job? Can you have a minimal distraction that keeps you focused overall, but also distracts you, like, minimally? I don't know exactly what that would be for you, but ultimately, if you feel like you're not getting enough done, don't tell yourself that. Let them tell you that. Continue to do as much as you possibly can as an auditor, all right? Do as much as you possibly can. And when they come at you and say you're not getting enough done, say, what am I supposed to do? You hired me. I'm doing the best that I can. And if the best that you can is being distracted the entire time, and you're not worth keeping on, they'll fire you. But, like, don't stress about it. You have a kid, wife, games. What are other options for you? Do you want to get into another job? Work through this period. Try and find a groove that you can continue working in and get as much done as you possibly can, and wait for them to tell you that you're not doing enough work. And then say, how can we fix this? Because I got a wife, I got a kid. It's a business. You use your side of the fucking business too. Say, I have a wife, I have a kid. Oh man, I'm about to read these super chats. Boom. Black Hole Dreams with a $50 super chat. Yo, thanks for all the good times your music has given me. Thank you, Black Hole Dreams, for showing some love, man. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. I'm so glad.
Black Hole Dreams funded $50. Yo, thanks for all the good times your music has given me.
I'm so glad that my music has given you good times to the point where you'd even want to, like, throw money back at me just to say thank you. Like, the reason behind that money is cool as hell. I'm so glad that I could be there giving you a little bit of good times. And that's for real. Like, the money is awesome. It's going to go to a good cause, me. But beyond that, the fact that you would appreciate me that much, it means a lot. Thank you. Smokey Stormwind also said, fork YouTube taking 60 cents off this stupid chat. Yes, that's the way it is, though, Smokey. Thank you for that, too. But Yeah, was just continue doing what you can. Try and give yourself distractions that keep you on like the on motivated to work. Like if you could have like a small distraction of a podcast going on in your ear while you do things, you could continue the accounting and also have the podcast distracting you from all the other distractions. That might keep you going. Find ways to focus while not focusing type of thing. Help this work for you, but know for a fact that like you're not going to be the one that tells you you're not good enough. Let them tell you. And when they tell you, say, well, what can we do? Because I got my wife, I got my kid, and I'm putting the work in that I can. I'm willing to step it up. But you tell me what we're going to do here. You put it in their hands and you remind them that you're working for your family and that you're wanting to work for them. Say, what can we do? What can we do here to up this then? Because I'm putting my time in, and I would love to work better for the company because my wife and my kid deserve a good father type thing. Put it like don't feel that way yourself, right? But put it on them. Like remind them, they need to work with you in a way. But definitely get a little podcast to keep you side distracted while you're working so the other distractions don't have time to creep in. Does the hoodie come in men's sizes? Probably not. I got this off of a fat person website. You're drunk as fuck and a metalhead, but I love your music videos. Workaholic is baller as hell. I love all the references you dropped. Yes, Black Hole Dreams. Man, I need to get some new music out. I need to. I have been writing stuff, but I haven't been in the studio. How old am I? I'm so old, dude. I'm old. I'm old. I'm old. Thoughts on news today? You mean Kanye West possibly cheating on Kim Kardashian with Jeffree Star? Jeffree Star might be the reason Kim Kardashian and Kanye West are getting a divorce. That news? Rons, I've been good, man. I've been like in this groove because of COVID and everything. I feel like right before COVID hit, I was doing so well on my diet. I was traveling all over the place, doing IRL streams. I was doing these fun, ridiculous, in real life streams that would create hours and hours of content that was just, some of it was wild. Some of it was pretty mundane and chill, but it was like you never knew what you were going to get, and I loved doing that. And then everything shut down, and I got in this routine where I would do my podcast, Drunken Peasants Podcast, 3 to 4 nights a week. And then in between, I would, try not to get get COVID while still remaining sane. I put $6,000 into this computer setup so I could stream from home. Like, it's worth it. The camera I got is like a really nice Canon 90D digital DSLR camera. I can use that for so much more stuff, but I have to actually start using that. I've had a bout with falling off of my diet this last year during COVID. I'm getting back on it now. Things like that, they're bad, but like overall, I'm great. Overall, I'm great. Like I as much as I want to complain, I got Joe, my roommate Joe here. We're talking about starting a little project together. I bought a lot of this equipment I bought so him and I can work on something together. Next up, I'm buying some pod mics, Rode pod mics, and they're out of stock until the 12th. So I'm going to order them very soon here. And I'm going to have those sent to the house, and we're going to be able to sit down and do a little thing together. Make 2021. I've been writing some new music. I've been doing all types of Twitch streams and stuff to fill my time so I don't go out and get the cough. Spending as much time as I can with family. I gotta go take care of my mama and my nana and stuff. So I gotta be a sweet boy. I can't be going out and risking stuff. Because they're the type that can't really take a ass kicking from a sickness. I don't even know if I can. Like, because of my weight, I don't know if I caught COVID, if I would just fucking die. I don't know. Hey. I'm tired of it too, Miranda. Joe does roll call, but Joe and I are gonna probably have something maybe once or twice a month that we're gonna build up independently of everything. And what we've been talking about, I think, is going to be really fun. Thank you, Was. I'm gonna do what I can to keep up everything and keep the momentum rolling. And I put a lot of money into myself this year to distract me, you know. I bought all this equipment, I bought all these things as a distraction, but I think they're good things. I think they build towards having a production set up at the house that I think like this video is a really good video. I love this video quality. Now I want 2 more cameras so I can have front quality and then like side quality for when I sit down with 2 people and we sit down and we talk and we have a little conversation bounce between the three angles. I think that'd be really cool. So that's probably what I'm going to bounce to next. Get a couple of microphones and then invest in a couple of other Canons. Probably not as big as the 90D. I'll probably get like some smaller ones. Super Duper is extremely afraid of COVID-19. All the hospitals are full and Trump isn't doing anything. I'm afraid for my life and will have PTSD because of our president. Don't have PTSD, Super Duper. I will say this, right? Armacell 666, is that how it's pronounced? Armacell? I'm going to say Armacell. That could be wrong. But I love you too. Heart. Favorite Pokemons? Snorlax. I really like Snorlax. I like Machamp too. Why am I touching Snorlax, Peter? I like Snorlax. Machamp is cool. I don't know what other favorites would be. As far as starters go, like the original first gen starters are my favorites, but I don't know if I have like a favorite out of the 3. I like Charizard, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur. I'm like the first gen stuff really stuck out to me because that's what like I got into. But Snorlax 100% is my favorite. Snorlax is my favorite. I pronounced it right. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm pretty proud when I pronounce names correctly. But yeah, back to Super Duper really quick. A lot of it is designed to make you fear as well, like COVID-19. Unfortunately, our society tends to react better to fear than knowledge, you know. Stay in your house, don't go outside, or else you'll die is the most effective way to hopefully stop the spread. How to lose weight. Start recording all the calories you take in. I tried to get Cody to come drive up to Seattle, but I was like, oh yeah, COVID. Can't do it. Who are my favorite rappers? I really like Tupac and Ludacris and Childish Gambino. Like Childish's stuff from the early 2010s. Ludacris's stuff from the early 2000s or the mid or whatever. And Tupac stuff from the mid 90s. those are the decades where like I think I was most enjoying people in those decades. And right now, we're coming onto the early mid 2020s. I don't have a favorite recently current. Maybe I should. Maybe I should start listening to more rap music right now. Leafeon is good. Yeah, I like those. I like Eevees. Yeah, I got a somebody got me an Eevee Funko Pop for Christmas this year, and it's up in my windowsill. Now I own 2 Funko Pops. I told myself they're both gifts. I told myself I wasn't a nerd for having 1 Funko Pop. Now I have 2. I guess I'm a fucking nerd. Shout out to Joey in the chat saying, I don't think Billy and me will be doing a podcast together. We're good friends, not a good team. There. Whatever that means. You spent $150 on Pokemon cards and didn't pull anything worth more than $2. I'll never be a billionaire. Dude. Yeah. That's not good. That's not good at all. Psyduck, Snorlax, and Munchlax. Munchlax is the little homie. Do push-ups. Okay. Thank you, Smokey. If I can suggest something to you, donate money to my Streamlabs right now. If he was contacted by Make-A-Wish, would he show up? Probably not. I think he'd kind of be weirded out by it. He'd be like, wow, what the fuck am I supposed to do? This is weird. He's like, what am I supposed to say when I get there? It's going to be awkward. He doesn't leave the house, like, rarely ever at all. Actually, since he got his car, he went out quite a bit. I think he might have been taking advantage of the mask stuff because nobody would spot him. He was living a little bit out there with the mask on. Dragonite and Espeon, yeah, those are good ones. I like Tyranitar. I got a bunch of Tyranitars. I don't even really play Pokemon Go like I used to, but I do think I'm going to open it up right now and show you guys my top Pokemon. Because this is fucking 2021, man. Spent all the coins on Silk Road. Damn. Yeah, Munchlax is baby Snorlax. Oh, a chin joke? No. He just gets to wear the mask so nobody sees him. Nobody spots him, so he doesn't have to feel like he's going to have to deal with random fans. What the fuck is Pokemon? So, let me heal these Pokemon real quick. Pew, 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 pew. Here are my big-ass Pokemon. Screen's too bright. Yeah. Got Slacking. I hate that he's so big. He's not useless pretty much. He's throw him in gyms. Groudon, Mewtwo's, Tyranitar, Garchomp, Kyogre. Yeah, man. Here's all my Dragonites and stuff. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Look at that shiny Tyranitar, man. Shiny Metagross, man. Yeah, man. Look at these. Look at that Moltres, shiny, man. Gyarados, shiny, man. Look at that shiny Conkeldurr, man. Look at those Snorlax boys, man. Look at those Espeons, man. Look at those Pokemons, man. Yeah, look at that Swampert, man. Look at that Charizard, man. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Those are my Pokemons in my Pokemon Go account. I quit playing Pokemon Go, though. I quit playing Animal Crossing. Pokemon Go is very fun. Like when you go out and play with friends and stuff, do raids. It's good. It's a good way to like do community stuff. I'm pretty sure that I walk right now because of Pokemon Go. I was losing my ability to walk. I was so fat and I was getting like some sort of nerve issue on my leg. I started playing Pokemon Go and forcing myself to walk further and further. I don't think you can sell your digital Pokemon. And that issue just healed itself after time. Because I was walking more and more with Pokemon and forcing myself to walk it off. I got a lot of time on Animal Crossing. I would fall asleep with Animal Crossing on, and I guess I would log that time too. We do make a great team, Cody. You have better Pokemon than I do, but I just try to finish the Pokedex. Yeah, I try to get some good fighters, some good battlers. I got like 3 perfect Tyrannitars maxed out to level 40. Now they have like level 50, but it's so hard to make your Pokemon higher than level 40. So I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to spend time doing this. I'm done with Pokemon Go. You think the nerve thing had to do with falling out of that fridge? Falling out of the fridge actually happened after the nerve thing. The nerve thing just showed up in 2015. In 2015, I had a huge boost on Reddit, had 1 million views in one day, made like thousands of dollars in one day off of my music. And I was like, I'm going to capitalize on this. And like literally like within a month of that happening, I just started not be able to walk. It was like almost clockwork. My ship blew up and then I lost my ability to walk. I could like walk for like maybe a minute before my leg would give out. And I finally went to the doctor. Joe convinced me to go to the doctor. Drove me to the doctor. And they told me, no, we don't know what's going on. Lose weight. And I was like, oh, okay. But it's hard to do that when you can't walk. And then I just forced myself to do it, and it started to go away. You can't remove my nickname, not MVP. Being a fridge doesn't mean I'm fat. Being a fridge means I'm cool. I keep it chill, man. Oh, 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 oh. I did see stand up of Ralphie May. You wasted your life on Raid Shadow Legends. No. Let me check up on my I think I got a crypto alert here. I bought some XRP. My XRP boomed up and then XRP tanked. And I lost like $100 and something. And if I cash out right now, I'll be back up to basically what I put in 2 months ago. Because this thing I put in, it doubled the money up. I more than doubled the money up. But now I'm back to like what I bought in at. I haven't put extra money in. I've just been moving the crypto that I lost around. And I've doubled it up in the last couple of days. I could have got out about $60 more than I'm at now. I'm only at $225. I didn't put that much money in. I moved in like $100, and I went from 100 to 226 in the last day. And I haven't been following it strictly. I just saw something that was trending, and I was like, I'm going to jump on this. And it's been bouncing up and down, but it's up. It's just down a little bit from even earlier today. Just hold it. Yeah, I'm thinking about just holding it. Like, I don't really need the money, so I don't really watch wrestling these days, but I'm glad people do. I'm glad people are enjoying wrestling. I've got friends who work in wrestling, and it seems like there's more options these days for them to make a livable wage. And that's cool. Maybe I should reinvent my career. I should. What's the most you made from a sponsorship? Like, what sponsorship? What do you mean? Have a good night, Hyperbolic Time Chamber Strand. Good hanging with you tonight. Oh, yeah. Scared money don't make money. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this, I bought some Stellar. And everything around Stellar makes me think that it will jump up. So I'm just going to let it sit in there on Stellar. All right, y'all. It's been over 3 hours here. 2:34 a.m., very late. I think I'm going to wrap up everything. How do you guys feel about that? Is it time to call it a night-night? Is it time to go? Leave you all behind and face the truth. Mama, ooh, Billy Badazz, Billy Badass, I think it's Billy Badass, but whatever happened to Buffy the Trick Slayer? I hadn't seen her for years. And then right before COVID really kicked in, not too long ago, I saw her working a day job. And I was like, hey, how you been? And she's just chopping it up. She'd been all right. And I was like, hey, good job. Good job. It's 12:35 a.m. on the West Coast. I say 2. Oops. Ohio would be 3:35 a.m., right? Goldberg's back. I didn't like Goldberg when Goldberg was around originally. Lovely day, lovely day. Why is my jacket all speckled like this? Because it's called Heather. It's a red heather. It's heathering, I think. Is that what it's called? 3:35 here. Nothing new. I know, Miranda. All night long. Eliana Bloom, thank you for the hearts. Thank you, Pin Valentine, for the hearts. Get a lamb euro. I'm not hungry. I had Chipotle. Who's my favorite wrestler? Right now, I like Dean Ambrose or John Moxley. And I like Daniel Bryan a lot. I like The New Day. I think they're fun. But I don't watch that much. I like all my friends who wrestle. Do an impromptu podcast together right now, Joey? Do it right now? Are we supposed to just talk into the microphone together? Do you want to come sit on the chair with me? Do you want to try and squeeze in here on the chair with me? If you Frank Castle Leafy, what would he do? He'd probably shoot you now. I think he carries a gun on him all the time. Somebody told me to try Clash Royale, a phone game. I immediately regret it. What the fuck? I didn't mean to play a game. The fucking thing just opened on my phone. Now I'm playing a stupid game. This sucks. Turn that down a little bit. Can you bring a chair from the office? I suppose, if you don't want to sit next to me. What the heck is Frank Castle? He's a guy that went to Boogie's doorstep and Boogie pulled a gun on him. Don't you have like a gaming headset you can use as a mic or something? Probably. I could probably just give him this headset. Hello, Joey. I don't know. I can't plug them in. What? You gonna get a chair? Yeah. How do you connect them though? Yeah. I'm getting fucked. It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. Instead of treated, we get tricks. Instead of kisses, we get kicks. It's a hard knock life. All right. Let me pull open this headset. Let me go. Shit, let me pop in these huts. I have to play this game while I set up Joey's audios. It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. Instead of treated, we get tricks. Instead of kisses, we get kicks. It's a hard knock life. Joey, sit right here. Sit right here, Joey. Joey, just sit over there. Oh, shit. Hi, Joey. I'm going to get audio set up in a second here. I definitely lost this battle. You are Drink the Salt. Reset the stream for the pod. All right. Hair looks good, Joey. All right. I'm going to have to reset the stream for the podcast. All right, Joey.
Should I call you on Skype from my room?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm just gonna close out this shit that opened up on accident.
Are you sure?
Yeah. 1 second. I have to add an audio property. Add audio source. Is that one? Fucking audio input. Okay. Headset microphone. Can you guys hear double audio now? Is there double audio here? There should be double audio here. All right, put this on, Joey.
Hello.
Hello, Joey.
Pleasure to be here.
How's everybody's audio? Is Joe super double here? If I talk, does it get too loud on Joe's? It shouldn't be too loud. What do you guys think about the audio here?
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Okay. Sound all right, guys? Notice me.
So we got to start with the theme song.
No way. I know, but we have to restart the stream so that it's got its own thing. 1 second, guys. I'm gonna restart this stream. I have to start a new stream.
Okay.
Let me go to schedule a stream, manage, schedule stream. We're gonna schedule it for 12:45. 12:45 a.m. It's gonna be called Joe and Billy Impromptu Podcast.
Yeah.
The Joe and Billy Impromptu Podcast will start at 12:45. Change thumbnail. I'm going to use this picture of Joe and I.
Those are the days.
Create. The Joe and Billy Impromptu Podcast will be starting in 1 minute. And I'm going to close out of this stream in time to start the other one. All right. So we're going to end this stream. And I got to wait and see if the... So we have to end this stream before we can start the next one. We're going to end this stream. So
Okay.
guys, go to the new stream link. It's coming. I'm going to get you guys a link actually. Share this link. Copy this. Copy this link. Okay. Oh my god, it's almost there. All right.
Not bad. Not
Here's the new
bad.
stream link, guys. This is where the Joe and Billy Impromptu Podcast will be. And we're going to click out of this one and start that one. All right. Here's the end of this live stream. Good night. Here we go.